Oh my god, I'm so tan compared to you. It's kind of hard to get the eyes actually moving. I just wasn't sure whether you could see them.
Ew.
Oh, I kind of enjoy this because it's got the big snake and it's got a little back compared to.
That's actually kind of sick with the skulls. Here, hold this one. Wow, I might get that, you know. Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. It's exciting to have made a new episode of the Attic Archives finally. I feel like it's been such a long time. And this video is just under 3 weeks worth of random footage put together. Normally the Attic Archives obviously take place over one singular week, but because I've been having a bit of a weird time and because the weather has been a bit weird, like heat-wise, obviously I've not been putting them together like normal. I thought this video was just going to be like 2 weeks worth of footage. My plan was to make them every other week. And instead this one got delayed a bunch and things just didn't time up properly, and now it's like 3 weeks worth of really bizarre footage. For that reason, I thought I would talk a bit. I feel like I need to talk a bit because I've been working on this video for so long in the background that I no longer know what's in it. I got a new desk. Let's start there because I feel like that's the easiest thing to talk about. I got a new desk because I needed more storage. I really liked my previous desk. I had no complaints. Like, I was very fond. It was a kitchen table from IKEA. I really rated it. It was huge. It was so good, but it had no storage. Obviously, it was just a table. I could have bought drawers to go underneath it, but it's not very tidy. I did have a shelving unit underneath it, and it just wasn't very tidy. It wasn't a very efficient way to organize things. Most of my stationery that I own was just piled up inside boxes on top of the drawers, like not the drawers, the shelf unit thing. And then all of the actual shelves were filled up with like big books. What I've done is take that whole shelving unit out, and my dad has taken it. He's also taken my table. It was a real no takesy backsy situation because he nicked my whole setup. And he really likes it now, so no pressure on me. But I took all of those big like coffee table books downstairs. They're mostly picture books. They're really cool, like the Moomin anthology. Like I have some books about peanuts, like Charlie Brown, not like Peanuts the nuts. A lot of illustration books, that kind of thing. And I've taken them all downstairs and storing them in my brother's room, which does kind of suck because they're really cool books. I really like them, but the reality is that I don't get them out every day and look at them, and because they're under the desk they just get kind of dusty. So as much as it was cool, it wasn't very practical, and then obviously my stationery was just pouring all over the floor all the time, which was so far from practical, it's unreal. So I got rid of all of that, and I got I think it's called the Alex desk from IKEA. It's the Alex drawers with a tabletop. You can buy it as a set, which is what I did. And I like it. It was not a hard build. I didn't film the build because I don't know if you've ever filmed yourself hunched over building IKEA sweaty at 3 o'clock on a Sunday, but no. So I didn't film it. But it was an okay build. I do really enjoy IKEA builds. Maybe one day when I'm more composed and it's not the middle of summer, I could film an IKEA build. I do find it very fun. I do really enjoy it, and I find the instructions very easy to follow most of the time. So I am a fan of IKEA. It didn't take me too long. It took me 2.5 hours to build the whole lot. It wasn't hard, but the drawers were kind of time consuming because they're drawers. But if you've ever built a set of IKEA drawers, it's always just the same format, so I'm pretty used to it. So I built that. The tabletop is okay. In this footage, maybe you can see, I don't know if I'm overthinking it because I was such a fan of my old desk, but the colour is kind of like yellowy, whereas my previous desk was definitely like a more neutral wood tone. And I know that sounds like really pedantic, but as an aesthetically driven person, especially someone who makes videos of my desk, I am kind of like, why is it so yellow? I don't like yellow. Sorry to the yellow fans out there. I'm not a yellow person. I actually it's like probably my least favourite colour. I don't know why, it just always has been. I'm not a fan. I think it'll be okay. The storage makes it worth it, so I'm just trying not to overthink it like I'm prone to. The other cool thing is I got that like shelving unit for the top of the desk. I got that from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. I'll link everything in the description if you're interested. And it's pretty cool. Again, it means that all of the books that were stacked on my desk, because I didn't have enough room in my bookcase, I can put on top of the desk rather than like literally on the desk. So they're out of the way and they're still present, if that makes sense. It feels kind of cool. I quite like it. I added some pictures and stuff to the wall. I turned my notice board grid thing around and I hung it portrait. That was my friend's idea, so shout out to Emily for that. I hadn't considered just turning it around. It's really clever. And now I have more room to store things like my Filofax archive binders and stuff. Like I'll have more room in general, I think. So I don't know. I'm still working it out. I'm not sure how I thought I was gonna upload this video yesterday on Monday because I'm filming the audio on Tuesday and I'm looking at the footage. And yesterday on Monday, I was so stressed just trying to like work out where to put things. I think it would have been really cute to have made a really cool video where I built everything from scratch and then put everything together and then like decorated it all. But the reality is that it was so much umming and ahhing and just like confusion and stress, and like I think I like it, but autistically speaking it's new. So my brain is like, it's disgusting and I hate it, even though I made this choice for myself and I bought it and I built it and I decorated it. My brain is like, it's not the old table. And the old table it's not the table was perfect. It was everything else was not working. And I think these drawers are going to give me the best options because now I have somewhere to put things away. I didn't have that before. Everything was just piled up everywhere all the time. It was a nightmare. And because I am struggling with my health and stuff, like it really just wasn't ideal. So that's the too long didn't read, except that it was the long version. I got a new desk. I did want to film a cooler, more interactive video, but it didn't work out that way. It was too stressful. I wasn't handling it. I hope you like it. Let me know if you think it looks cool. I'm nervous. The main thing I'm nervous about is just apart from the desk being quite yellow, it's just that it's a lot thinner than I'm used to because I was using a kitchen table. Traditional desks, like, they're thinner, they're not as wide. I've lost like 20 centimeters in width, which is quite substantial. I'm used to having a lot of space to work with, and then the shelving unit that I have on top of the desk takes like another 30 off. So I have like 30 left approximately, you know? And it's just a lot less room than I'm used to having when I'm working and when I'm filming and doing stuff. Like trying to set up the frame for this footage without clipping off the edge of the desk and stuff was a lot harder than I thought it would be. So bear with me if the frames are looking a bit funny. It also can't be as tall as it used to be because this desk doesn't have a ledge. My dad had to make like a funny little wooden hinge to clip my stand on that I used to film this top-down view. So the whole thing has just been, you know, a bit of an adjustment. But I'm working on it. I hope the footage was interesting, even if it wasn't as in-depth as you thought it would be. I always underestimate how tiring I'll find things and just how much time things will take me, especially at the moment while my brain is made of quicksand and my body is like perpetually asleep. I'm, you know, in the weird place, so things are just a bit strange. Apart from that, I did see the new Insidious movie, in case anyone was wanting closure on that, when Luke came to visit last week. I don't know anymore, the week before? Last week, I think. We saw it. It was really good. I have some thoughts, but I don't want to share them here in case no one cares. I just think maybe the pacing was a bit off, but otherwise I really liked the closure. I'm glad that we got that closure. I was so scared there was going to be a final jump scare implying that it wasn't over, but there wasn't. And I was really relieved. I was watching the last 2 minutes of the film, like holding my breath. I was like, oh, don't do it. Do not add in a final jump scare to reopen the story, like, or to imply they're still haunted. Like, do not do that to me. And they didn't. They got to live happily ever after. So there we go. It was fun. It was fun. This page I'm working on currently on screen is one of the new personal size Filofax pages I made. It's a daily page because I had so much going on over the weekend and on Monday with the desk. I printed out a couple of daily pages to fill in to help myself remember what I need to do each day, just to kind of help me like split my time up better. And because I had a lot more tasks than normal to do, so I printed out some daily pages and I just slotted them in the middle of my week, and it's really fun. Like, I don't want to go on about it again, but it's just like that thing of having such a customizable system. It's just really exciting for me. and also because I'm making it myself. So I was like, oh, I kind of need a daily page. So I just made one. And I'm like, wow, the novelty, it truly never wears off. So that's cool. The personal size Filofax pages are now available in my shop, by the way, if you're interested. Absolutely no pressure, as always, but they are there for you, including the daily page. It's a whole set. So all the pages that I'm using in this Filofax you can now buy as a set. And that's kind of cool, I guess. I'm quite excited about it. I hope some of you use them and like them if you want. I feel quite at home now in this size. I really like it. It's a lot more versatile than I gave it credit for when I first moved, I think. It just was an adjusting to the size, but it's cool. I like it. The last thing I want to talk about this week, I think, is just the new Tamagotchi. I got it. I pre-ordered it, and then it came early as a surprise. It was meant to come on Tuesday, which is today. But it came on like Sunday or Monday. Completely out of the blue, so I got to be able to plug it in and charge it. I think I'm playing with it now on screen. You can see. I understand they were going for like a retro 90s vibe, and it is cool with the transparent back, but I hate the swirly thing. I hate the colours. Other than that though, I like the size. It's a lot smaller than the pics, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. And the buttons are physical buttons again, which is literally the most exciting thing, because those like touch sensitive buttons on the pics were crap. I hated them. They were they sucked to play with. My very, very speedy review is that I think this is really fun. I like it a lot more than the pics already. I think it's such a good time. It's a lot easier to use because of the buttons. I like the mini games. It has good progression without being too demanding, and you can turn the volume off. So, and also it has a rechargeable battery. You plug it in like a phone. So that's fantastic, because trying to charge reusable batteries all the time for the pics sucked. So if anyone wants a better review, let me know in the comments and I'll reply. If you have questions about it, it is quite expensive, so if you have questions, let me know and I can answer them for you. Happy to try and help you decide if you want one or not. It is promising. I will say it's very promising. It is definitely the most exciting Tamagotchi I've played with in the last couple of years. I don't have any older Tamagotchis. I really only have like the original like nano ones. And then I have the pics, and I didn't really like the pics that much. I really wanted to like it, and every now and then I pick it up again, but I just find it too annoying. This one is really good, and it has the babysitter feature, so if you go to work or school, you can send your Tama to the babysitter. It's just those kinds of features that have made a return that are a big improvement, so that's cool. Okay, rapidly running out of footage. I will see you guys next week, this week. I'll make another journal with me for the end of the week, just so that we're still on schedule. I don't want it to get all muddled up. And then the following week, I might try and make another attic archives. So my aim is to do every other week, if I can, summer depending. There'll be a lot of Halloween shopping coming forward. I hope you don't mind too much. I do just really love it. And it's all appearing in HomeSense and TK Maxx, which you would have seen in this video. So there'll be a lot of that, which will help me bulk out the video, so that's good. Other than that, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed this very confusing, for me anyway, video. And I will see you at the end of this week for a journal with me.